All right, guys. Thank you so much for being here today. We know it's a random time on a Tuesday, but we're trying to find what works for everybody. So we have a good turnout today. So thank you for being here. We absolutely love what we get to do, and we are so excited to share it with you. You're going to see today three of us are going to share just a little bit about what this business is for us, why we got started, and kind of what it's done for us. So we're really, really excited that you guys have been here, or that you guys are here, and that we also are excited to share with you that there's so many different reasons to join as a partner. So you're going to find out today a lot of those. And I was going to kick off, I was going to share a couple things that we shared in our group that I asked our partners, like, what is the number one reason that brought you here? But I'm going to actually go ahead and let Regina kick it off first, and then I'm going to share with you guys at the end. But I do want to let you know, as you hear all of us speak today, we're going to try to keep it short and sweet for you guys. But if you have any questions, please go ahead and leave them in the chat. And then at the end, we're going to circle back around and we're going to make sure we answer all your questions. So first, I'm going to just go ahead and let Regina take it away.
Thank you. School schedules. Thanks so much for being flexible. So, hello, I'm Regina. I've been a partner since July of last year, and I have actually been a customer for I was a customer 4 years before that. And you would never guess it now after me showing up every single day for so long, but now I was so inconsistent before. I would fall off the bandwagon for like months at a time. And then Sienna's like, "Oh, yeah, you're back." She was always so encouraging and just kept me going when I finally would jump back in. And so seeing that pattern in myself, knowing that I needed to make some changes and I needed exercise, and yet I kept just like falling off. So sorry, technical issues here. Okay. So I already knew that about myself, but then over the summer, we had some stressful family matters come up, and my mom, who is the only surviving child of her dad, and he needed more care. And so here, my grandpa, he's 92, he lives far away from us, and he was in desperate need of some more help. And my mom's health isn't great either. And so Ben and I were just looking like, what can we do? We have to hire somebody. He's not willing to move. And just because of the dynamics, we weren't able to make him move. So we needed that extra income. And so Sienna shared about the incentives. And I thought, oh, that actually is, you hear that all the time. You can make money doing this. Yeah, you could, like, but is that realistic? But when she shared the compensation program, I was like, oh, yeah, I could totally do that. And it's something I'm already doing. And it's something that I need. This high stress situation, I already knew that I was going to put myself on the back burner. I already knew that about myself. I could see that from those patterns of starting, stopping, starting, stopping. So I says, if I'm going to keep my sanity through all of this, because it's not a short-term solution, I need to, first of all, be accountable. And also I need that extra income to support us, because my parents also retired last year. And so they didn't have any extra income to take care of these new expenses that were coming up. And so that's two things that made me get started. I needed the consistency myself, and I could see that Body really makes it easy for us to just jump in there. They give us so many resources and so much training. So I wanted all of that, and then in addition to the income. So that was it. So I wanted to make myself accountable to not put myself on the back burner, because we all know I'm a Bible reader myself, and there's that one proverb that says, a live dog is better than a dead lion. So I knew I was going to be dead in no time. I could already feel it because I was just putting out so much. So in order to keep myself in a place where I could serve others, I needed that time and that accountability to make myself do that. So that's why I became a partner and joined this awesome team.
I love that. Thank you so much, Regina, for sharing. And that's something that, I was going to say at the onset too, is that you'll notice here on our team, we are all different ages. We are all different shapes, sizes, fitness levels, backgrounds, like circumstances are different. A lot of us are moms. We have grandmothers. We have ones who do not have kids. And like, we're all in these different spaces of life, but we come together in this space of energy and positivity and trying to take care of ourselves for whatever, we all need need our health, right? No matter what we're doing in life. And we want to be in a space that's going to encourage us and motivate us to do that. And being a partner is really that extra accountability and that extra piece that a lot of us are missing. So let's turn it over now. We're going to chat with Cherie.
Okay. There's so many changes on Zoom now. I'm Cherie. I've been with Beachbody since about 2020. For me, it was for Beachbody, I joined with Sienna and just seeing all the changes she was making, and I really loved her energy, and that's what I wanted. And so after a couple years, I think I've been a partner a couple times, but for me, it's just joining because I want the accountability, and I see others that I can help. And as a partner, I can, it gives me that energy to share and to help myself as well. Because when we're giving to others, we're also benefiting from that. So that's a big part of it for me as a partner. And then recently, just looking at it differently, like this is health esteem, right? This is our wellness journey, just looking at it as a journey and looking at it as an ongoing process. Lately, I've really noticed that my body is different. It's just like it's taken me 4 years, but now I see it's that long-term change that's happened, and just be able to share that with people. My biggest thing as a partner is just sharing with others. I really enjoy my volume. It's bad. I get a lot of people asking me, like, what are you doing? You've changed so much. Lately, it was 2 women that were much older, maybe in their 60s, 70s. And they were like, I want to do something. I need to do something. And then just be able to share with them something. They may not join Beachbody, but just giving out those tidbits, right? And eventually they may see it. I mean, I had my mom for following me for 3 years, and eventually she joined because she just saw, and she's 72. So just seeing those changes in me and the consistency made her want to join too. Yeah. Oh, and the other thing for me too is just realizing the ups and downs. But this is so much better than what I was doing before. I was just, every few years I do something exercise wise, and it was never consistent, and I didn't enjoy it. I was just jogging. And this is, I love Beachbody because I can share all these different programs with people, and there's something for everybody. And they just keep adding to the value. To me, it's like so easy to share because of all the value that they give. And then just being able to share with people that it's not perfect, that we're going to have ups and downs, and just that we can share our experiences and helping them. So.
Awesome. I love that. And Cherie is such a beautiful example of, so many people say this is like a fully social media business, but Cherie actually has most of her success by talking with people in person. And I feel like we just had a training on that recently, actually, where someone, one of our partners was talking about, especially coming out of COVID, sometimes we think like, oh, we can only we get in our bubble and we want to like talk to people from social media and afar. But she was encouraging us like talk to people in real life too. So if you're more comfortable with that, that's totally a way that you can do this as well. So really it suits your needs, meets you where you're at. So for me, most of you guys know me, I think, but I'm Sienna. I have been a partner for almost 5 years now. And so there's been a lot of roller coaster on the way. My life is, completely different now than it was when I first started. But you'll notice as, you were listening to a few of our partners talk that people join for different reasons. And you'll also notice that some start, like Regina and Cherie, both were customers for a very long time. They were consistent customers before they jumped in to the partner opportunity. Whereas some of us, we have a lot of new partners on our team, and they had jumped in like right at the get-go when they joined Body for the first time ever. They joined as a partner. And the reason that many people do that as well is because, as was mentioned, that extra level of opportunity, of accountability that they have, and they know that when you join and have that extra level of accountability, it really sets you like in the running for that longevity and actually, having a better success rate at sticking with your health and fitness goals, because you're not only in it on your own, but you're helping others along the way, and that's going to keep you accountable. I was one of those that started in the beginning as a partner, but not for the reasons that you would think. For neither of those reasons, actually. For me, when I first started, I actually come from a background of like massive self-doubt and fear of failure that kept me from doing so many things in my life. Like I honestly just didn't do so many things because I didn't want to fail. I didn't want to feel like that. And it prevented me from so much in my life. And I knew I needed help. I was, really in a place of struggling. My husband and I went through 3 years of unexplained infertility losses. Like there's a huge story there for me. But basically, when I came to Body, it was because I needed something for myself, and not only physically, but mentally and emotionally. I needed a healthy outlet. So when I signed on, I was like, there is no way in heck that I can help another person right now. Like I have to help myself. And so it was funny because I literally signed on as a partner for the discount for the Shakeology because I loved it and it really made me feel great. And I was like, heck yes, I want $30 off of my Shakeology. So that's honestly why I signed up as a partner in the beginning. But as I realized how much showing up for myself helped me, like I said, not only physically, but mentally and emotionally, I started to build that confidence. I started to feel good. And I started to realize that I can help someone else do this too, because I knew that there were other women out there that felt like I did, that were really being held back by their fear of failure, by their self-doubt, and not thinking that they could do this. And I wanted everyone to have what I felt at that moment. And so I've been here 5 years now. Obviously, my life, like I said, is way different. I now have 2 children, and I am in a totally different circumstance than I was then. But I tell you that, just a tidbit of my story so that you guys know that, a lot of people jump into being a partner for the income, because there is income to be made and you can really go places in this business. I personally have also been able to earn trips for my family. I've earned 3 years straight of all-inclusive vacations for my family. And that's something super cool that I never would have, we never would have done that without this opportunity. And so there are places to go in that realm of things. But also, if you're not here for the income, there is so much still to be had as a partner. Like I said, just that feeling of being able to make an impact and truly feeling fulfillment and purpose in helping people and confidently sharing what we have gotten out of this opportunity. And I speak from experience when I say that there's no feeling like that. Like to help another woman to realize that they can be happy and healthy and they deserve to feel that way, and it's easier than they think. And to watch someone grow in that way is just a beautiful thing. So many, many reasons to join as a partner. Obviously, I mentioned also just as simple as the discount on our supplements. Like a lot of us love the supplements. Of course, Shakeology sometimes people are like, oh, that's pretty pricey. And it can be for people, but we also want to remember the value of it. And we know that there's a reason why it is so expensive. It's because it's packed full of all this dense nutrition that no one else is getting in their daily diet. And so there's a huge value there, and there is a way that we can get a discount. We can offer others the discount on that as well. So that's another reason why many people sign on as a partner as well. So that being said, I promised I would keep this short, which Regina and Cherie know that I'm really bad at doing that. Because I'm a talker and I could go on forever, but I'm going to leave it there for now. I do want to ask you guys though, does anyone have any specific questions about the partner opportunity? I'm gonna check the chat and see if there was anything in here.
I just have a quick plug for the Shakeology. I forgot
Yeah.
that part. That I had originally started Shakeology because I have IBS and I was having a lot of problems with that. And I couldn't exercise because it affected my, digestive tract, and I'd be running to the bathroom all the time. So now I drink Shakeology every single day. I'm a firm believer in its value, and it is, nothing, something I can't live without. I take it on vacation. I drink every day, twice a day, sometimes if I need it. So, and it's really changed my life because now I can eat the foods that I want to. Also, I can eat, if I can go out and eat and splurge. And so just kind of a plug on the Shakeology and the value of that. So I think the protein shake is, label is one of those things that it's hard to get off of it. But I mean,
Yeah.
when you read the nutritional value in the back of it, it's just amazing. So
Yeah.
just something to keep in mind for, and if anybody needs, information on that, or my experience, let me know.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Awesome.
It's really important to note that too. I know a lot of people do say, like, oh, I could get another protein powder for way cheaper than that. I'm like, well, yes, you could, but this is not a protein powder. So yeah, no, I love that. Okay. There's a couple questions in here. Let's see. Okay. There's one, how many hours a week do you work? So this is a really good question because this is going to be different no matter what partner you ask. Like everybody is going to be different here. I will tell you in the very beginning when I started my business, I just worked in pockets of time. Like I just kind of went here and there whenever I had time. And that's one thing I really appreciate about this business is that we can do that where, you can really make it your own. I will say, of course, just as in any business, you will get out of it what you put into it. So if you are, not working most of the time, you're going to have a slower growing business, obviously. Now I'm in this space where personally, I work at least an hour a day, like where I put a solid chunk of time, 5 days a week. I do an hour a day. And then throughout the day, I'm kind of just replying to messages here and there and that kind of thing. But I do at least like a solid hour or two each day. But again, I've been doing this 5 years and I have grown a team and I have, people to keep up with and things. But I also have big goals for myself now. As I said, I didn't start in the beginning with the goal to grow an income. Now I'm in a different space of my life where I really can use the income and I really love to earn the trips. And there's a lot of like growth and things happening in our company right now that I want to be a part of. So I am, working harder at that. But of course, like I said, see, most everybody on our team is saying, yeah, about an hour a day is average. And the nice part is you can do it whenever's beneficial for you, and even the trainings and things that we do, there's so many resources, but it's up to you. Most things are recorded. You don't have to be on live. You can do it when it's beneficial to you. And I also tell people, like I said, there's so many different resources, but I encourage you to only use what you find beneficial because maybe there's some things that you're like, this is not really helping me, then don't worry about it. Like it's your business and it's up to you to do it however you want to do it and what feels good to you. And that's what I love is this is very like, yes, it is. We're in the health and wellness industry and we are offering the tools that we use, but we're doing it in the way that feels good to you. So I can tell you from, my honest experience in the very beginning, I tried to run my business like other partners. And I thought that's how I was supposed to do it. And I was like, okay, they do this and I should do this. And I have found so much joy in this business doing what feels good to me and what works good for me. And that's how I've brought so many people to this space now, is because I have this community that I love, that I'm obsessed with. Like, it makes me feel so good. And that's what brings people to you. So in this business, I always encourage you, like, if you're going to do this business, do what feels good to you, do what makes you happy, what gets you to show up every day. And then just a little plug here to also remind people that if you're a customer right now, you are not far off from being a partner. You're already doing half of what we do as a partner. So, like, in all honesty, that is the main foundation of showing up as a partner, is showing up for yourself and your health and happiness. So, maybe you are already working out on a daily basis. Maybe you're already drinking Shakeology, or you're already, paying attention to your nutrition and finding a balanced way to eat. You're already doing those things. I know a lot of you are already sharing that you're working out, and you're sharing maybe your little, sweaty selfie trackers, or you're logging in the group. All we do on top of that is honestly sharing on our social media, sharing in person, sharing what we have found that works for us. And that's really where we're at, is like, as partners, we just go above and beyond to invite people. But as far as behind the scenes, I really open up our community to our partners, and we work together. So you're not alone in it. You don't have to like start from scratch and create your own community and do all this stuff in the beginning. Like, we all work together, and we're happy to have people join us in this big community. So, okay, let me see. I'm going off on a tangent now. I told you I like to talk. Okay, I'm looking to see if there's any other questions. Okay, let's see here. I don't know why I have such a hard time navigating the chat. It like always goes back down to the bottom. Okay, how many hours? I love this. My skin honestly has changed since drinking Shakeology. It's glowing. Yes, absolutely. Shakeology has so many benefits. It's insane. Okay, about an hour a day. Trainings are fairly short. Yeah. I work a lot, so I have to catch. Okay, this is another thing I want to mention is, like I said, we all have different schedules too. Like, everybody on our team, we have some of us, like, I'm a stay-at-home mom now, and then some work full-time and do this business. They have another full-time job and they also do this business. And is this the same as the influencer program? Yeah, it's this. This is the only, this is the Body opportunity to be a partner. So, basically you're sharing what you're learning, and you're sharing like for instance, because I know so Jillian is asking this question. She has she used to be with Body, from what I understand, but it's been a long time. So, like, signing on as a customer, and you could sign on as a partner and really just share what you're doing, basically. So it is I mean, that's basically what I do, is use social media to share. And that's honestly the only place that I do my business. I don't use Facebook. I personally use Instagram itself. And you're just sharing, and you're helping others to see a better way, because so many people are looking for, the thing that's going to stick, right? Like, how many of us, I'm just out of curiosity, how many of you guys have tried like 6 different ways to lose weight, or to get healthy, or, to get right? Like, everybody has done that. And what happens? Like, we start, I know I was the queen of like doing something for 3 days a week, and then I'd fall off, and then I wouldn't, and then the next week I'll like, oh, I'll start again. And then I do something for 3 days, and then I'd fall off. So that is what one thing I will really stress about this community is this is a space for growth and consistency. Like, this is the foundation of health, is to move your body daily and eat balanced nutrition, right? Like, that is the way we were created, to take care of ourselves. And so that's why I love this business, is because I'm not selling things, I'm selling health. Like, I'm showing people how the basic foundation to take care of your health and happiness. And it's just such a beautiful thing to be able to help people with that. Because really there is no other way, right? Like, yes, people can take pills. Yes, people can, do liquid diets and all the stuff that's not enjoyable, right? Like, yeah, it may get you to your goal, but is that something that you're going to hang on to? And is that something that you're going to consistently do? Like, there's no way, right? So we have something beautiful here that we can help people find a consistent way that's sustainable to not only get healthy, but stay healthy and actually have fun and joy while doing it. And that is what I personally love so much about this community. That is why, I was the chronic like quitter on myself until I found Body. And these last 5 years, you guys, I've worked out like every single day for 5 years, and that is unheard of for my life before Body. So it's just an amazing thing. Okay. Yeah, I love that. The community aspect has helped me so much. And sorry, I'm just looking through the chat again here, and yeah, and help ourselves in the process. And that's one thing too. I really want to again, remind everyone that being a partner too is not necessarily like, you might not come into it thinking like, okay, I'm going to come into it to build an income and to help all these people do, like you might literally just start this because you know that you're helping yourself. And by trying to help others, it's also going to help you stay accountable. They say that, even in things that we know, right? The more we use it and the more we help someone, the better we know it. So it's the same way with our health and our happiness. If we're sharing with people how to use these tools and what's available to them, then we're also going to be using it. We're going to be showing up every day, and it's really going to help us to stay accountable. I keep coming back to Body because I can feel the workouts faster than any diet. Yeah. And it's because, again, it's really the way we were made to move our bodies, right? We were made to do that. And that's what I think is so cool is it's not, as Cherie mentioned, there's a million different varieties of workouts here for anybody. So no matter what fitness level you are, the goal is to move your body. And that's something that in our community, in our accountability group, we always encourage is just movement on a daily basis, because that's something that so many people don't do anymore. And they think it's an option. And, sure, it is an option, but not for your health. It's not. So if you want to feel healthy, you have to move. And that's something that we just encourage, no matter what that movement looks like just show up for yourself each day. So, okay, let's see. Question from my friend. Is there a way to just stream workouts? I don't understand the question. I'm sorry. And I'm getting old. Judy, you are not getting old. But it's true. We definitely age more gracefully when we move our bodies.
Sorry, she was just asking like if she can just stream workouts, or does she need like a subscription or like supplements too, or can she just stream the workouts? That's what she was asking.
Okay. So yeah, like as a customer, yeah, you can, they now have a different way where you need digital access, like as a member in some way. Or you can now, they do offer certain programs are available for digital streaming for purchase, without like signing up for a full membership, but they're only specific workout programs. So it would kind of be like she would sign up for that, and then she would have to do that program over and over again, because that's all she would have access to. Which is why we always encourage like the larger platform, because it's obviously you get access to everything for an entire year. Otherwise it's just that one small thing. So that is a good way. Like some people might want to start that way, and try out a program if they've never tried it before. But like I said, even buying that program, like you might as well spend a little more and get everything, It's just kind of one of those things. It depends on what you want to do. So okay. Let's see. I think I got all the questions. Did anybody have any other like partnering questions? Let's see here. Okay. So, let's see. Did, Cherie, or I think we lost, oh no, Regina's still there. Okay. Just double checking. Is there anything else that you guys wanted to put in there, or I can go ahead and wrap it up? I just want to make sure we cover everything.
I was just gonna say, as far as the streaming goes, like I always liken the membership similar to Netflix, if you think of it that way. So like when you have the membership, you can access the streaming, but it's there like as long like with the TSP, if you sign up for the year, it's there all year long. So you can either save it on your device if you don't have Wi-Fi or internet, but it's not going to stay there if you cancel your membership. So if a lot of people kind of can associate it better if you think of it that way, like no.
Yeah, I love that. That's great. Okay. And then one other question, which reminds me, I was going to touch on this anyway, just to wrap it up. If you're wondering, okay, so is there any minimums? What's involved? Like if I want to be a partner, just so you guys know okay. And then Rachel has a question too. I see you. Okay. So, Jillian asked, how much is it a discount, for a partner? So the way it works, if you want to sign on as a partner, you're going to pay a $39 fee, and that's going to get you access to an entire online coach office. You're going to have all kinds of trainings available to you, like your own website that people can use, your links and all that. And then that's kind of like our affiliate program as well, where like in that same way, you have links that you can share like on your stories or on your social media that will send people directly to purchase whatever it is that you shared the link for to your website. That way they're purchasing through you. So that's really cool. So, and then after that, it's just $15.95 a month. That's the coach partner or the partner fee. And then you're getting a 20% discount on anything as a partner. So, like if you're purchasing Shakeology, if you're purchasing any of the other supplements, you're going to be getting a 20% discount on that. And then you're also going to be getting VIP access to like when new programs are released, you get access first and things like that. So there's a lot of like fun incentives and things that you get as a partner as well. Okay, Rachel, you have a question?
Yeah, sorry, I'm driving, so I can't message.
You're good.
You guys said that you all of you average like an hour every day. What is it that you're doing during that hour?
Yeah, good question. So, for most of us, I will say like obviously what I do is probably a little bit different than like what newer coaches would be focusing on, but I mean a lot of it's very similar. So what we do is mostly, like I said, you're already sharing. So hopefully like if you're signing on as a partner, you're already going to want to be sharing what you're doing, right? So you're setting the example. Like that's the best thing you can do as a partner is set the example for how you're showing up consistently for your health and happiness. So maybe you're sharing, you guys have seen on my social media, I share like clips of my workout each day, or just at least something saying that I got it done. And then maybe I'm sharing my Shakeology, or maybe I'm sharing, or maybe I'm sharing like on Reels, like tips for health and things like that. So once we do that, we have this solid foundation of like people are coming to our stories or coming to our feed to watch those things, right? So then what I do is we go out and we make sure that we invite them. So whatever we're hosting at the time, like for instance, this week I was spending time inviting, like sending actual messages and connecting with people on a really genuine way and inviting them to be here if they have an interest in, doing what we do and just learning or share, even if it's just to hear us out and wondering what we do. Most of the time we're inviting to our accountability groups. And so we're inviting people to join us. Each month I have a different theme for our group, and a lot of us run different groups as well. So we might be running like a specific challenge that week or whatever. And we're taking time to actually reach out and invite the people that are watching us. So that's going to be the majority of like what we're doing in our work, is getting those posts and stories and things out there, but then also giving people a personal invitation, because so many people watch and they will never join until you send them a personal invitation and make sure that they know what's, that you're inviting them and what's available to them. Regina, you look like you had some, yeah, go for it.
I was just gonna say some of that work is also training, because like before I started, I didn't know how to make a reel. Like I am not social media savvy. So some of that work is follow the training process, helping you to either reach more people or learn, how to follow up or different things like that.
Yeah, I love that. And Judy too in the chat, she said, I work out, I take a selfie and a snippet of videos of it, pictures of my shakes, pouring my Energize, taking walks, and it's in my gallery to use as social media posts and recycle too. That's most of how I'm working my business and following new people on Instagram. So yeah, that's great. So it's basically like sharing what we are doing, because I know for me in the beginning, when I first started, people were watching. And like I said, I did not have any intention of bringing anyone in, but people were watching. And I had people reach out to me and tell me, like, I can see that you're happier. Like, I see it on your face that you're more joyful. And that, so like, if we're sharing what we're doing, people are going to see that and they're going to want to be a part of it. So it's really important that we share. But also what Judy mentioned is really important about following new people. So making new connections is another really important thing, because if we're not talking to people so much in person, it is really important that we make new connections. Obviously, eventually we're going to run out of people to invite that are just already on our page. So we do spend a lot of time making new connections with people as well and bringing more people in so that we can invite more people that are not, obviously not already in our circle. Okay, and then Jillian had a question. So would you say starting with letting people watch you work out live is where you started growing your team? Yes and no, because I actually didn't share, like in the very beginning when I first started, I was not very comfortable on social media either, and I did not share workout clips. I shared like a selfie of like it wasn't even a selfie. It was like not of me. It was like of my drink and my weights. And I said, got my workout in or something like that, So in the beginning, oftentimes like we may start in a totally different way. So if you are like, oh, I don't know if I could share my workout clip, like don't worry about that yet. Because most people don't start that way. But I will say that's the thing. People want to see what you're doing that is making you feel so good. But that being said, it's really important that we don't just share what we do, but why we do it. Because that's not, we're not there for people to be like, oh, cool, look at her. She works out every day. That's great. But why do I do it? Like, I do it because it makes me feel amazing, because it's a great outlet for my stress and anxiety, because it, so many different things, right? So if we're sharing our why, people are going to want the feeling. So it's not just that like, oh, that's great for her, she loves working out. But that's not why I work out. I did not start working out because I loved working out. I hated working out when I started. So that's not why I do it. Now I do it because it makes me feel good, but sharing why is super important too. Okay, an easy way to invite people would be to the free sample Saturday. Yes. So that's another thing, is we do run things as a team together. Like I mentioned, you're never in this alone. So we do things together, and you are not going to ever be in a space where you're like just totally doing your own thing. You don't have anything to invite to. Like we set you up as a team. Like we work together. We love working together. And one of the things that we do is we host something called Sample Saturdays, and we're switching them now. They're going to be the first Saturday of every month. We actually just invite everyone, like anyone who wants to come. We are going to invite them to a virtual workout in our Zoom gym on Saturday mornings at 7 Pacific Standard Time. So that's super fun and a super easy way to invite people to something. Like, just come try out a sample workout with us. We stream it for them. It's really easy, and it's just a fun way to kick off the weekend. So then, when we know that that's coming up within the next week or two, we're going to start inviting to that. And then we're just inviting someone to something free, which is easy and fun. And that's a good way to get people kind of a sneak peek into our community as well. And then like I said, I have opened up my group. Like I have now our group is like, we have at least, I think 32 people in our customer group. So another thing that, you know, I always open up to newer partners on our team is that like you can invite people to that. Like you don't have to create your own group. You don't have to, like, you can start how I started, because like I said, I in the beginning was super thankful. I had an upline who was like, just invite people to do this with you. Like just think of it as inviting a buddy. Like I want my friend, my best friend, my family member, like whoever it is, to do this with me. And you're just going to give them the tools to do that. Only we're going to sign them up under you so that you can make the commission, but we can put them in our group and we're all going to support them together. So I don't want anybody to ever feel like they have to do this on their own or know everything before they jump in, because you absolutely do not. You can invite them to do this with you, and you've already signed up. You've already started working out. Most of you, you've already, you know, started a few things and you know how to do those things. So you could help someone else do them too. And that's how simple it is, you guys. It's just really inviting someone to do this along with you. And then we're going to give them all of the tools they need. So many questions. We're here for the questions. Yeah. Yeah. And that's the thing is we have a group chat too for our partners, and we are all constantly like, I need ideas. I need support. What do I do next? Where, you know, if you have questions, like I said, we are all in this community together and it's super fun. And we just love to work with each other and support each other. And we love what we get to do. It's really awesome. So I hope that this was helpful for you guys. I'm going to wrap this up because see, we went over time because I just kept talking, but, but I so appreciate you guys being here. And thank you so much for hearing us out, whether this is something that you're really interested in doing, or you're just had some questions, and you know, whatever, or you're just here to support us. We so appreciate you. But I will tell you that this last 5 years of my life has honestly been the most fulfilling and purposeful. And like the fact that I can help other people with their health and happiness is like something that fills my heart like none other. So if that's something that you want, I promise you that you can do this too. And literally all it takes is trying to lead by example, showing up imperfectly, and just sharing it with others. So thank you guys so much. And I hope you have an amazing time. Amazing day, and feel free to reach out to the person who invited you if you have questions. We will definitely check in with you. Thanks, guys.